Hi Carla, welcome to our reading. So, how things work is I have quite a lot of questions to go through. I believe you have read it on the Etsy listing already. So, we are going to go one by one and we will see what's going to come through. So, firstly, I usually like to concentrate on your current state. And just by looking at a candle, because that's a really good indication. You might be feeling like you're a little bit imbalanced, maybe a little bit like anxious from time to time. So I'll give you advices on your own path as well, because this is really important, I believe, finding your life partner. And I'm looking at this partnership reading is not the next good thing that's coming towards you. This is going to be a serious commitment we are talking about, okay? So just be patient with me when I'm shuffling, because I'll be shuffling on camera even though I have pre-shuffled the decks, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 decks. So I pull usually with my gut feeling. If I feel like 3 of them have to be pulled for one question, I'll do so. Okay, and usually deck is usually tells me which deck wants to be used for your reading. Let me just adjust the camera for you, and I will also adjust it once I have laid the cards out. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Let me just put it up like this for you. Okay, right. So we're going to start with we'll tune into your current energy, and I'll see which deck wants to be used for you. We'll start with intuitive, and I'll take other deck for you, okay? So just meditate, look at the candle while I'm doing this. And I'm talking about your current state now, but also I will be looking at your soul journey with Lightworkers Tarot. And this is the only deck that I read from the book because of how beautiful the descriptions are. Even though I know the meanings of them, I wouldn't say it in any nicer way than the author has said herself, okay? And I'll pick up the things that are just related to your situation, and I'll kind of explain it to you what it means in your journey. So let's see your current state. Right, that one was coming out a lot. Alright. Now we'll take the Goddess Tarot for you as well. Feels like for me you are really creative soul here, okay? Now your current soul state, and I think the light is a little bit too intense for you. Okay, your current soul state, what you're going through right now. That one was coming up. Okay, nice. So you're going through transition, and I will talk about it in a bit. I'm being drawn to skipper deck for you as well. Right. Now, what I see from the cards straight away, especially intuitive deck, is you are someone who loves children. It's like you love taking care of people, okay? You love loving others, and you have a lot to offer, which is really nice. I'm also seeing a situation where maybe it's in your past where there was a connection, but it seems like you went separate ways. And I'm also getting a connection regarding you with water. So maybe you're someone who loves to be around water. Um, it feels like it's almost inspiring sometimes. If you do not do that, if you don't spend time around water, I would encourage you to. Now, I see that you are someone who's super creative, have a really good creative mind, and you should concentrate on doing so. So, whatever your soul urges to do, you have to follow that, okay? It seems also like you are very protective over people, especially those who are not capable of protecting themselves, especially in this current moment, okay? And as I looked at the when I said that, I looked at my camera and it was 0606. And usually number 6 for me, because everyone has different experiences with numbers and they have many different meanings. It talks about the home environment too. For me, it seems like there are a couple of cards talking about indoors. Maybe you're spending a lot of time indoors, especially evening is a time for you when you feel the most creative, when most ideas come through. And I would encourage you to write them down, okay? So note all of your thoughts and ideas, even though some thoughts might not be good. Let's say if you feel down, if you feel like you need to express yourself, do it on paper. That's going to help you loads, okay? You feel you have, okay, how you come through for me is like a really protective mom type of person, okay? That's what I'm getting here, which is a really good thing. Now, what you have, your soul journey currently is birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. And again, this has a lot to do with your own ideas and what you want to do in life. You are being inspired at this current moment, so if you have any soul urges to do something, you need to express yourself, okay? Now, let's see birthing new age. Just give me a second. I'll read it out for you. It's number 92. Always pay attention to numbers. And 9 plus 2 comes to 11, which is angelic, highest angelic number. So the message that you're going to get from this, it's saying it's coming from a different realm, okay? You also have number 7 at your current situation, which means you're being protected by universe too. And I usually see this card in a completely different way when I read it before. But in your situation, instead of you having burdens, those stones like burdens, I see universe protecting you from everyone else who's not on your path, okay? People who do not belong in your life, it's like you being supported by universe for you not to let them in. All right, now let's read about this. 92. Okay. So it says, often our path is exactly the one that we don't feel prepared to walk. Walk it anyway. Often what is rising feels far bigger than we could possibly hold. Be a container for it anyway. Often our creations seem to have wild, uncontrollable consciousness of their own, which I feel like you can relate to right now. It's saying birth them anyway. Often what is ours to do is the very thing that most intimidates us. Be courageous and do it anyway. We are birthing a new age. Right now we are in transition period between ages, in the process of allowing the old cycle to fall away and the new to rise. Like driving in the fog and trusting the road will appear ahead, we need to release old identities and ways that no longer serve us, using our intuition as a compass. So when I was talking to you regarding your gut feeling saying you to do certain things, that's your indication. You are part of a group of souls who have been incarnating at a significant period of history, preparing for this exact time, dreaming a new world into being, Magdalene sisters, daughters of Isis, SNS, priestesses, witches, mystics, healers, seers, artists, midwives, visionaries, guardians of the earth, and storytellers from times past. For me, you have and I'm a little bit going off topic here, but I always say what I feel like I should. It feels for me like you are someone who came on this earth in order to share your story, in order to inspire other people by things that you create, things that you think of, things that you write, something that is coming from you, whatever it is in your case, okay? That's coming through really strongly. And you are there sometimes, maybe you feel like weaker people are being drawn to you. It's okay, because it's one of the things that you are here to do, okay? It's like you can be even a counselor, I can see that. It is time to give permission and space for what is beckoning within to be born. We're dreaming a new world into being. So remember these words, okay? If you need some guidance, so you can speak these words, work your light activation. Basically, just hold your hand over your heart and say those words. So you can print screen that if you feel like it. If not, it's okay. You have to always go with your gut feeling, okay? Same like I'm saying, some people do magic and they give you specific ingredients how to do magic. I'm talking about white magic, nothing bad, right? Something that you want to be drawn to you quicker, something that's coming from your pure heart, okay? So magic spells can never be the same for everyone else, and I say to everyone, your gut feeling has to say what to put, okay? I use basil, I use mint, because these for me are very pure and refreshing herbs, and they also cleanse you, okay? So it's a little bit like that. If you don't feel like using that, it's okay. Have your own thing, all right? So that's what I have for you regarding your current soul journey. And I'm going to put this card on the side, and I'll keep it there because we're going to compare it. I'll do another soul reading for you just before meeting this person, how your life is going to be like and how your soul is going to be like, on what kind of path, all right? So we'll compare those two. Now, let's get to business here. Let's see what we should start with. Now, I want to start with, weirdly, not personality, but his appearance. So let's look at person you might be dealing with, future partner, at the appearance. And sometimes work comes through as well, career keys kinda. So I'll tell you that if that happens, okay? So we'll cover two things. Appearance, I feel like that one. Ooh, cards are flying. Okay, listen. I'm sorry, I'll explain it in a minute. Okay, I see that his personality and appearance are going hand in hand here. Okay. Now I'm also going to take, there are so many messages coming through. Usually I only see the appearance, but in your case I see everything. So I'm going to cover a couple of things here. Also, I feel like another deck wants to be used, and the intuitive, that's the one. Okay, intuitive, tell me about this person, personality wise. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice for you. Ouch. Okay, this person will love kids. Okay, I can tell you that. This is someone who likes to take care of people, but specifically in his situation, I see children. This is going to be someone who's very attractive. Someone, even though you don't see it in cards, but this person has an emperor kind of personality, okay? So what I mean by emperor is someone who's super attractive, and I also see this person will have equally feminine and masculine. So the feminine energy and masculine is going to vibe together really well. What I mean by that is, you know, when you see exterior of a man who looks very tough, who speaks his mind, that's how he's going to be like. He will not filter his words. He's going to say what he's thinking. He's going to be really logical. He's also going to be someone who will like to travel. Okay, this person, if he had a chance to travel, he would just go for it. So I see travel plans involved in his life, especially when you guys will meet. I have a feeling that you will plan a trip of some sorts together, not straight away, but I see it happening after you get to know this person. This is someone, because specifically I'm seeing, as you can see from cards, globe, and globe is coming through from the King of Swords, which sometimes I don't even notice, but because it's coming through in your reading, I'll just tell you that. And also, as you can see, Six of Swords talks about playing. Okay, this is very, very nice. Now, this is someone who's going to be also stable, and I'm talking about home environment. This is someone also who's going to be very compassionate. So this person will be really loving. Now, do not get surprised if this person will have ended a certain period in their life before you meet them. But I know that there's a lot coming through, even though I'm just asking about, I was asking only about appearance, but look at this. I have to go with it. This is someone who will have ended a certain period of their lives, walked away from situations not serving him anymore, okay? And specifically, I'm seeing that. Okay, that's very interesting. I'm sorry, I have to be sure, so I'm clarifying. Checking my gut feeling, and it's saying that's right. Yeah. Okay. Now, what I'm seeing here, this person, it's not only one thing that he will change, will have changed. I'm also seeing that this person will have changed something in their workplace too, not only leaving a person, okay? He will have left someone in his life, and he will be thinking about changing something about his workplace too. And again, I see travel is coming through here with this globe over here, and feminine energy too. And feminine energy is not his, this is someone else who was in his life, okay? Vouchers. This was supposed to be for another time, but hey ho. So let's look at his appearance. Wow, travel is coming through quite a lot here. Like I'm asking, like, hey, tell me. That's what tarot does sometimes. It tricks you into paying attention to what matters the most, and it doesn't sometimes tell you things on purpose, which is okay. So do not be surprised if sometimes I'll ask one question and tarot will go like, hey, but look at this, that's important. That's how it works. And I said this is an emperor on an empress type with my intuitive card, okay? So this is someone who is very you know, when some people sometimes have this magnetic attraction to them, that's how this person will be like, okay? And you see, it's given us moon regarding the appearance, and the moon says like, hey, you can't really see it, you know. I will not push it any more further. I'll try one more time. It's telling me to concentrate on this. I don't know why. Maybe this is something important to you. Maybe you didn't pay attention in the past about these things. It's saying the personality and especially lifestyle of this person is going to be most important in this connection for you, okay? Just saying, travel is coming through here again, the plane. Now, I said magnetic sexual pull. You have a devil. That's the indication for that strongest one. I see this person who has very deep eyes, okay? And those eyes, you know, when sometimes someone has those eyes when you can tell that they are a thinker, they are someone who it's like they run thoughts in their head constantly. It's like when someone is thinking so much or have such or they are so clever that their eyes can reflect. So meaning that maybe he will have like a wrinkles under his eyes lightly, or his eyes will be a little bit, I don't want to say baggy, but you know what I mean. It's like someone who is very knowledgeable, therefore it's going to be reflecting on his face. And I'm getting a lot of feminine energy here regarding this person, which is a good thing, meaning that they are going to be super loving and compassionate. And this is someone who will understand you, okay? Not every man can understand a female. Do you know what I mean? This will be someone who will understand you. This person will have a really, really nice face, okay? This is someone who you will be able to tell the moment you meet this person, because you will see through honesty in his face. And this is something very personal for you. Not everyone is going to be able to see through them at first, okay? I see here color on a darker side, okay? Dark brown probably. Yeah. I see brown, dark brown hair, dark hair. So on that spectrum. Now, this person probably have changed their facial hair at one point, because I see this person having facial hair and then I don't. So this person might not be, this is someone who will not be stuck, let's say, when some people do with beard for their whole life. This is someone who will be kind of in between, you know. And then I see a very clean face. So this is a contrast that I'm getting here. And tarot is tricking you regarding the appearance. I can tell you right off the bat, because at first it didn't want to tell us, and it's still not fully telling us what it is. It's like, hey, which glass are you going to pick? Hey, guess which one is going to be. So I'm not going to push it, because I do not want to cling on to the appearance, because tarot was straight away telling you about the personality and what to pay attention to, which was a lot to do with this magnetic attraction, a lot to do with travel, and this person being super logical, okay? So this is someone who will have to use their logical part of brain in whatever they were doing in life, okay? Let me just take all of these away, because I pulled nearly the whole deck. Okay. Now we're going to look at their strengths and also their weaknesses. And I'm being pulled to use the Goddess Tarot for you. Also the Angel. So let's look at their strengths. I told you he was going to be a super loving man, right? And very stable. Super stable. So whatever I've just told you, it was coming through quite a lot there. These are literally the strengths. Now I'm going to also pull the angel cards for you to see what else is coming through here. Yeah, okay. Oh Jesus, this person will be stable AF, okay? And super strong. So look at this. Out of all these 6 cards, you've got 3 really amazing cards talking about finances. So this is going to be someone, as I told you before, super stable. This is going to be someone who will like having enough money, planning ahead, not only for his family but for grandchildren as well. Makes sense? So this is that type of a person. Now this person will be so strong that he will be able to carry his burdens. Doesn't matter how difficult it is for this person, but carry yours too, okay? I don't have to tell you much about this card. I told you this is going to be someone who's super loving. Not everyone will see that side of theirs, okay? And of course not everyone's going to see that side because you're in a relationship, but don't mean that way. People who are not very close to this person, I would say even some of his close friends, would not be able to see that sweet romantic side of him, okay? Because how he's showing himself for the world is going to be very far away from that. So this is going to be great, okay? You will see a really big contrast how this person can handle both kind of scenarios, okay? I mean, this is beautiful and it's very straightforward, so I don't really have a lot to say regarding that. Super loving, very stable, planning ahead regarding finances, really helpful when it comes to problems in life. And also someone who will be able to calm you down, I'm seeing here as well. So whenever you feel like you're out of balance, or you, let's say, coming back home pissed off from work, you would be like, hey honey, and you would use words in such way that you will instantly calm you down like no one else, okay? So let's look at his weaknesses now. Right, let me just reshuffle the steampunk because I've pulled the whole deck. Weaknesses. Vouchers. Sorry, the cards are just going all over the place. Weaknesses. Right. Alright, that's straight to the point. Now we're going to also use, let me see which deck is being, the intuitive deck wants to pass you a message. I'll take that. That one. Now this is very interesting because remember when I told you that this person will love kids? I see that regarding this person. Let me just clarify with the Kipper deck. This is a really interesting storyline. Now, what is coming through here, even though this is someone who loves kids, I'm getting a message for this person. It's saying like it's something to do with weakness, it's something to do with sex and kids, and I cannot fully get a grasp of it. It's like, let me clarify with Goddess. All good cards are coming through here regarding that though. So there might be an indication that, you know, when I said this is going to be someone who will be drawing you in very much sexually. So I see that you might be, at first you might be a little bit intimidated by this, and that's the weakness coming through from their side. I strongly see like sexual pull, but regarding that it's like, oh, I can't do it. So this might be coming through from your side as well. Maybe this person will be someone who's very sexually open, okay, and maybe you won't. It's something regarding the situation. So you know how you are yourself, because I'm not pulling cards on you right now. You will be able to make, I do not want to say that this person won't be able to have kids, because this is someone who loves kids, okay? And I didn't see that problem before. Also, I have a very intense sexual card here. So this is just something that he's thinking about children that makes him think about boundaries, okay? It's like being fertile, and then I see boundaries. So let me know what's going to be. It's very interesting here, because I would never got these very contradictive cards here. This is someone who's very, very like grounded, you know. This is someone who is not that type of I don't have King of Wands to say that this is someone who will be dragging you in bed straight away. That's why I cannot get a full grasp of what it is. Why is there having sex, having kids, right? Why is there a boundary regarding that? It's something to do with, yeah, it's like as if this person is saying, and I know I'm repeating myself, but it's coming through so strongly, kids and boundaries. Having kids and boundaries, okay? It's something like that. So this is going to be the weakness of theirs. Another weakness that I'm seeing, even though these are talking about money again, this person might be a little bit workaholic from time to time. So you have to kind of tell them, hey, do not forget you love to travel. Do not forget to enjoy life. Okay? Because this person will be like, oh, things are not moving as fast as I want them to move financially. And that's going to be very conflicted, and you might have some arguments with this person regarding that, okay? You're like, hey, just leave it, you know, live your life in a passionate way. You're working too much, and maybe this person will be at one point not spending enough time with you, which is okay, because he's very responsible man. So that's the only thing you should kind of encourage this person to go about things in a different manner. It's as if this person is telling me, I'm not making money as fast as I want to. I'm not progressing as fast as I want to progress. So this is going to be someone who is impatient, and that's when you will start seeing his character coming through, okay? in those situations. So make sure that this person, when they come back home, even though he will be able to calm you down very well when you are stressful, you will have to do the same for him. And make sure that this person doesn't close himself off, work home, because he will be very passionate about travel and he might forget that sometimes. So you are someone who will have to kind of give a kick in the butt from time to time, all right? But apart from that, I do not see anything that's standing out as like a red flag here, because these are all normal things that we all fight with. And this person might be conflicted in their heads as well, because I really feel like this is someone who wants to do the best in life, and they might have some problems with themselves too, okay? He's a thinker, and it's really difficult to kind of live like that sometimes with yourself. So this is something that you will have to help him with, okay? So let's see what else we have here. So we talked about appearance, strengths, weaknesses, personality. Now we're going to try and see what this person does regarding career, but I do not like to give away everything just because I do not want clients to cling on to it. So I'll just give you little clues and keys what I see and what it is that they might be doing in life. Give me 1 second. He's going to be, by the way, older than you. And it's I do not want to say like much, way older, you know, like 20 years difference, but yes, he will be older than you. Now, regarding work, these energies, they're very different, and he might have had different jobs in his life, which are really different. So let's say someone who is an investor, and then someone who is interested in and I specifically see someone who might be working maybe working with people who have been hurt. So that's something that is like, you know, fixing someone's health, helping someone out as well. So these are very interesting of things that he have done in his life. Now, what I see currently, when you will meet, I see this person dealing with money as well. So this is going to be someone who will be working in partnerships of some sort. This is someone who, you know, he gives me a vibe of like, how should I make this work money wise? He's kind of planning out things as well for the future. I see him using, it's very interesting. I see him something to do with documents, and it's also something to do with helping for those who have been hurt, okay? It's like he's helping people out in his job too. So it's not like just sitting in the office signing documents and making sure you money and everything is coming in well, all right? It's something also to do with people who are not in a good place, right? Do you get what I mean? And this is someone who's going to be older, wiser. And also with his work, I see that he might have to, like, I see him getting in the car and going from time to time somewhere. So this is another indication that you will have to leave the workplace. I don't want to say office because this is very like broad, but wherever he's working at the building, let's say so, You will have to go somewhere out of it from time to time, okay? And it's very strong what's coming through here. He's someone who is helping those or who's working in a field where someone has been in some sort of problem, or someone who is who needs help, makes sense? And he's the man who knows how to make it better. So help is coming through here a lot, okay? Very interesting. Now let's get to business and let's talk about how your relationship will be like. And for that, I will use the intuitive, but also I will use the romance angel cards to give you like a little timeline of your relationship. Let me just mix these. How will your relationship be like? Right. Again, I see this snogging action happening here, so this is going to be a very like magnetic attraction, as I said before. It starts with travel vibes here, okay? So this is going to be a relationship where it's going to be I don't see you sitting at home all the time, guys, doing nothing, okay? I also see arguments from time to time here with this card of mine, and boundaries too. So there will be a time when you might both guys get too hot too quickly, in a way that this relationship will be so like strong and intense that you might have to kind of lash out on one another, which is like perfectly fine. But that's the indication for you to, both of you guys, to work on your temper. Okay, so let's see how your relationship will be like. That card wanted to come out. Okay. That one. That one. Hey, the trip again. I told you will have a trip together once you get to know each other. So you see how at the states of your relationship. I feel like we need just one more, and I don't know why, but we'll see. Okay, wait one sec. Nope, not feeling it, not feeling it. Okay, that one. Chemistry, yes, that's what I've been talking about all the time, okay? And bottom of the deck, we've got love yourself first. So this is something you have to do for yourself right now. It says your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. We all know it. I'm not gonna get into this too much. Now, this is someone, I feel like, okay, obviously this is going to be a past life connection, okay? So you have known each other in the past. Rare cases, this is someone coming from your actual this life whom you will meet, okay? And I would like to, I don't know why, I'd like to pull a card on this. Ooh, the Queen of Swords came out, but didn't concentrate on it. Okay, there is there is an indication here that you, at one point of your life, you might have crossed paths, guys. Okay, in this life I'm talking about, because I specifically asked Tarot, saying, give me pentacles in order for me to know if you have met in this lifetime, and it said yes, but it's also a past life connection. So you two guys, you know it, you know each other from this life and from past life too. Okay, now we've got give your relationship a chance, and it says work on your partnership. And it's funny how I was talking about this card regarding the discussions and arguments you might have from time to time, hot and cold. And it's saying that your relationship will be a bit like that, you know. It seems like you are pissed off here, you're like, hey, don't touch me, but he's like, I still love you. So this is what kind of relationship it is. Now it's saying it is safe for you to love, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So for me, this is an indication that at one point you might not be trusting, and it sits right next to the boundaries card that I talked about. So this will be your boundary put up. You're going to have your walls up at one point of your relationship, and it's an advice for you to kind of let this person in. Doesn't matter how much you've argued, you will have to grow in this relationship strongly. So this relationship will teach you so many things if you do not let go, or if you do not shut off, like, I'm pissed off and I'm not gonna talk to you. It's going to teach you a lot, okay? You have to go through that stage because it's going to improve you as a person. And as I told you previously, you will, guys, go on a trip together, which is going to be a really, really good fun. Okay, so it seems like you both will enjoy time with each other, and this trip will change your relationship for the better, okay? And I feel like I need to pull one more card from Romance Angel to see how it's going to be like, because it seems like the trip is not the end, there is something else following up to it, okay? Stay optimistic about your love life and getting to know each other. So you guys are such an interesting couple, okay? And bottom of the deck, it's let go of control issues. So this is going to be a moment where you will go on a trip and you will be able to actually start sorting things out. I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to put it for you as going to be, oh my god, it's going to be so much drama. I'm saying that this is a real life relationship that you guys are put together in this life in order to really, really love yourselves, but as individuals, separately, but together. So it's like you are going to be like two diamonds trying to be, how should I put it for you? So it's like two stones coming together, and then you have to kind of make each other sparkle by all these difficulties, you know. Intense heat. It's, I don't know how to put it for you, but you know what I mean. It's literally you two have to openly discuss things together, because you won't be able to let go of each other anyway. It's like you have this amazing spark between you two. You've known each other before, and it's saying, on especially on that trip, you will start seeing each other in a different light, okay? Oh, here you go. As you reveal, I usually don't read these cards, I'm sorry. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So that's what that trip is going to give you, okay? And then positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So this is going to be like a little bit of a game changer for you going on a trip. It's going to bring back the chemistry, even though it hasn't disappeared, but because you guys will be both, I feel like you are stubborn a little bit as well. You will both be like discussing things, and getting into arguments from time to time, you will have to remember the time when you both were just literally enjoying this peace. But in this relationship that you will have, it's a necessity for you, because this is a really strong connection that I cannot even explain. This is not a fairy tale connection. This is real life, like two grown-ups coming together and trying to work out each other baggages and living a really good life. The sex is going to be great. Okay, it's going to be amazing. Now also see, this person will have a nose that's going to be, I don't know why it's coming through, it's going to be different from a lot of people that you know. It's going to be very different for you, okay? And again, I keep seeing like kissing and, you know, all of these things, so that's coming through here a lot. And I'm just gonna tell you what I heard. It was like, I don't know why this person might like to bite in a sexual way, which you're going to enjoy, you know. So just put it out there. Now let's see how your relationship will be like. Let's see approximately the timing, but do not want you to cling on to it, because tarot works from current energies, as you know it. So if you start changing your life, the timing is going to change. If he starts changing your life, the timing is going to change too. So take it from current energies, okay? And I'll just give you more or less, okay, vouchers. It's talking straight away, okay. A purple is coming through first is because it's talking about your soul growth before you meet, meaning that you have to concentrate on yourself first, and this is your soul's journey, okay? Now, oh Jesus, what's going on here? Again, another one. Another one. Right, it's giving me equal winter and spring times. So this is between winter and spring at that moment. Yeah, it's like a transition, so it can go either way. It might be winter, it might be spring, because we have mostly right now it's saying probably springtime, but winter is the second, okay? It's like, and it can be winter too. Spring is winning though in your case, so note that down. But firstly, if you look at how many cards you've got for, because I have the full deck of different cards, okay? See how many colors I've got there, and how many colors of soul growth you have before you meet this person. So this is an indication for you to concentrate on your own self first, which is obviously that's what you have to do, right? Now, so we're going to put two questions together. Why are you single and what to concentrate on, because that's the reason, you know, why you still don't have that person. Okay, so let's just pull cards and see what it's going to say, what to concentrate on. One card flipped. It's like if you're really doubtful in your life from time to time, it's saying trust your gut. Trust your gut and do not believe that some situations defeat you. So if you take things personally, sometimes it's saying you have to let go of it. Because for this coming relationship, you'll have to be strong and stand your ground. And right now, this relationship is not there yet, only because you have to stand firmly on your ground yourself, because now it seems like you're doubting sometimes. It feels like you are, you might take some things to heart too much, and that's what you have to do. Now let's pull the Animal Tarot. Let's see what the advices are here, and we are going to read from these this time. advice, ego. And again, purple card, you see that? Your soul journey. Another purple card. Hey ho. Bottom of the deck. Another purple card, right? So, you know, following. So you know what it's talking about, right? Let's read from them and I'll pick up messages for you. It's saying time to hop into action. Use your natural creativity to bring forth prosperity and success in your life. We talked about creativity before, so whatever it means to you, remember that you are capable of doing so. Okay, would it be job, career, that you want to go on your own and do something for yourself? Even though I'm not talking about completely quitting a job if you have like a day job, you know, 9 to 5. I'm saying that's what you have to start working on if you do not right now, because I feel like there's something that you just started or thinking to start to do that you are kind of on track already, okay? Something about your workplace. Now, this is saying you may feel that you are trapped in your situation, but that's not true. Be careful not to overly focus upon material wealth and break free of negative thinking. In this case, negative thinking comes out for me the most because that's what I was trying to tell you before. Taking things into heart and not seeing positive in really bad situations, because your thoughts determine your future. So if you think, people think usually 70 to 90% of thoughts that are coming from the past, from yesterday, and we are rethinking a lot of things. So when we do that, we can never create different tomorrow, because our thoughts determine our future. Once you start recognizing that you're thinking about the same thing again, even little things like, oh, yesterday was shit, or you know, this and that, little things, you have to reprogram yourself and start seeing your future in a much brighter way than you sometimes do now, because that's how you are postponing things happening in your life, right? Now we've got fair decisions will be made after all the evidence is reviewed impartially. Have compassion for others and try to see all sides of disagreement. Again, it's saying you have to be balanced in disagreements, especially in discussions, balanced with yourself too. You have the scales here, okay? You are a little bit maybe sometimes like a cat that you go for it, and it's saying you don't have to. You just have to chill and think positively and watch your life change for the better, okay? Wow, that was intense. Now let's look at your life just before meeting them, and that's an interesting one. We are going to use, I feel like the angel cards are speaking to me right now together with intuitive. Your life before meeting them. Right. Okay, let's take the angel cards. Okay, you will be feeling yourself. Ouch. You will be feeling yourself. You will be very intuitive before you meet this person. Wow. You will be very intuitive, but do not get stuck in your head, okay? You might be stuck a little bit in your thoughts. You might not be able to sleep very well. It's just because I feel like your third eye and your intuition will be blasting, and you will be a little bit like something's gonna happen, something's going on, things, because I see everything else is good here. You will be celebrating life. Number 3 is going to be important for you. Pay attention to that. I also see a hint of number 5 here, but more like feel it. But pay attention to number 3, number 6, all the way from now. You will have a sense of need for freedom before meeting this person. You will be working, it seems like you will be collaborating with people. It's to do with your work. You will be ready for commitment because you have the Hierophant. You'll be like, I'm fully ready for this. The Emperor is talking about someone who is fully like confident at what they do. But don't get me wrong, your thoughts might be dimming your light because it feels like you will have anxiety a little bit and you won't be able to sleep, but don't see the reason for that in the card. It's like it's you and your own thoughts. Nothing bad is happening here. You literally great at what's going on. Apart from that, you need freedom and you might be working a little bit harder, but this is fine. That's not the reason for you to be not able to sleep. This is going to be to do with your intuition. So universe might be sending you signs in dreams as well, okay, before you meet this person. So pay attention to those. Write dreams down. I have this really cool journey app. It's called Journey, and it's great to look back at the dreams that you have written down, even quickly on the way to work or something, like years ago, okay? So, well, I didn't start writing it years ago, but did start writing it like, I think a year or so ago. I was writing it before on my notepad, but the point is that if you pay attention to numbers and dates, what you were dreaming of. Okay, I'm gonna talk forever here. I can't stop. So for example, my mom sent me an email. It was like 3 months ago, and she was deleting her old emails, and she said, do you remember what kind of email you sent me, the dream that you dreamt when I just moved to London? It was 9 years ago. You said that you dreamt of a really terrible dream where it was someone like bloody, and my dad walked into the room, and he was like, what's going on? And he found this person like badly injured, okay? So the next day she wrote email back to me saying, you won't believe it, your dad went fishing and they found a man, he was around 30 years old, who hung himself in the forest, and it was the whole like terrifying experience. And that was literally a day before I dreamt about something like that. So dreams are not straightforward. Remember that. You have to kind of interpret them, digging really deep. But if you will put timings together, and if you would put things that happen, let's say a month from that date, or exact on the same date, or like a day off, let's say, you will be able to start tracking that, okay? So I would even suggest you, because you're someone I feel like who would love to write things down from time to time, so have it and start it. Maybe if you feel like diary, do so. If you feel like journey app, do so, because it feels like your intuition will be really high, and you might need some of those signs on the way. And also now it's going to be important for you too, so you kind of will be able to track what your dreams are telling you, what your intuition is telling you. And there's a big indication for you to actually work on your intuition too here, okay? Is like, if you would want to, you would be able to have a like amazing intuition, you know, to tell what's going to happen next, because your gut feeling is really strong. If you don't feel it right now, because I feel like it's going to be very strong in the future, stronger than you think, okay? You will be feeling yourself appearing wise before meeting this person. You will start taking care of yourself in the way you haven't in the past, and that's how it's going to influence everything else happening around you, okay? Just remember not to get stuck or trapped in your thoughts at that time, because you might get distracted from all the beauty happening in your life, all right? So it feels like you might be two people. Someone who's great and amazing looking and feeling herself, and then the next day or the next hour you might be, it's like double personality, okay? That's what I'm seeing here. I know this reading was supposed to be, I think, 15 minutes, but I can not shut up today in this reading. So Wait, now we're going to look at, so I have kept this card, your soul, in your current moment, and let's see how your soul, what kind of path is going to be on right before meeting this person, okay? And I will let gravity do its work. So I'm sorry, I apologize for the noise straight away. I felt like this card though. I don't feel like I should. Yeah, I'll explain this card my own words, but I will let the gravity do the work. Right, let's do this. So that's just making sense, right? I told you, you will be feeling yourself. It's saying Anna, grandmother of Jesus. Don't pay attention to religious hints if you don't believe so. Because for me, spirituality is every religion, right? We all just perceive things differently. It says seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. So this is great. You are being guided. Your soul is on the right track. You will be someone who is guiding others too, okay? So I do not see this as someone else. Usually I do, but not in your case. This is going to be you guiding people on the way too, okay? And now what I talked about, your thoughts. It's saying no, wait, postpone, pause, say no. So these are your thoughts kind of intimidating you. You know, it feels like anxiety. If I go there, oh, that might happen. So remember to block these away and think positively, okay? We're going to read about the Anna, grandmother of Jesus. And it's number 88. And you know what that means? Number 8 is really, it's an infinity symbol. It's forever. It's soul's eternity. So this number is great. This is a very strong number and is also connected to not only your soul being always there and soul's path and journey, it's also talking about your soul's mission, meaning it's to do with career too, okay? So remember that 8 is connected with both things that you do in this life and things that your soul is craving you to do. All right, so you will be heading there. Now, it says Anna, grandmother of Jesus, was an ancient mystic who dedicated her life to laying the foundations for Christ consciousness to be woven through all of life. She is not widely known, but without her, Christ consciousness would not be rising as it is today. Anna represents the quiet dedication that is sometimes required to live a life of service. She represents the generations that came before that devoted their lives to dreaming a new world into being, while knowing that they would not see glorious end result. She represents the dutiful soldier, the unconditional mother, the mystic who can see the thread is woven through all of life. Anna teaches us that we all have a part to play in the divine plan. It doesn't have to be on the world stage to be significant. One person's part is not worthier than another. One person's part may be to mother their children. Another's may be to gather women in circle each month. No part is better or worse, more important or less significant. We each have within us a seed of light that we incarnated to share. Anna is gathering us all to remember and surrender to our part of a plan. So see, your soul is going to be on your divine plan. And if you can see, this is your current energy. And these are going to be those thoughts that I talked about clouding your judgments, okay? So these are very similar kind of colors. This is the card that I felt the most, and it came out to do with your soul's journey and divine plan for yourself. So in the future, before meeting this person, I told you you will be feeling yourself, taking care not only of yourself but others too. You will be heading towards the right mission in your life, but just do not be afraid, okay? I see fear in your head. So remember this reading when this will start happening and go like, no, this is my way to walk, because right now, remember when we talked about walk your path anyway and be courageous. So that's what's kind of linked together for you in the future, okay? So thanks for listening to me for an hour. I hope this reading made sense to you, and I will send this to you as soon as possible. Bye for now.